Good evening, friends. I'm John Hart, and this is the Appalachian Stories, where the mountains remember more than they will ever tell, and every holler's got a secret if you listen close enough. I've just finished off 2 gigantic egg rolls, and boy, were they good. Got me a cold Dr. Pepper, and I thought, well, let me sit down here and talk to the folks a little bit. Nobody else around here will talk to me, so I just talk to this microphone. Anyway, tonight we're going back to the mid-1800s, back to a time when the roads were little more than deer trails. The nights were darker than coal dust, and a man's reputation traveled faster than he did. This is the story of a fellow folks called the Red-Haired Giant of Nicholas County. Some said he was a hero, some said he was a killer, and some said he was something else entirely. Pull up a chair, let me tell you about him. They say the first time anybody laid eyes on him, he was walking out of the Gauley River fog, tall as a doorway, shoulders wide as a barn door, hair the color of fresh-struck flame, a beard to match, eyes pale and cold, like river ice. Nobody knew where he came from. Nobody ever asked. Back then, you didn't pry into a man's past unless you were ready to deal with whatever came out of it. Folks called him Big Jim or Red Jack, depending on who was telling it, but most just called him the Giant. He drifted from camp to camp, logging crews, salt works, river jobs, didn't talk much, didn't drink much, and didn't smile at all. But Lord, he could work. Men swore he could lift a green timber by himself, the kind that took 3 men and a mule to move. He'd set it on his shoulder like it was nothing but a fence rail. And for a while, that was all he was, a giant with a temper he kept locked up tight. But mountains have a way of testing a man, and one night, that lock came off. It happened outside of the logging camp in Richwood. A man named Porter, mean, loud, and drunk, decided he didn't like the way the giant looked at him. Porter swung first, a bottle, then a knife. Witness said the giant didn't move until the blade nicked his arm. And then he grabbed Porter by the front of his shirt, lifted him clean off the floor, and threw him against a tree so hard the man never got up again. Sheriff called it self-defense. Most folks agreed. But the story started to spread. A man that size, a man that strong, a man with no past. People started wondering. A year later, down near Summersville, a pair of brothers tried to rob a pay wagon. The giant was riding shotgun. Nobody knows exactly what happened, only that both brothers ended up dead, and the giant walked away with a bullet in his shoulder and a look in his eyes like he had seen something he couldn't shake. After that, he disappeared into the hills. Some said he was running, some said he was hiding, some said he was tired of killing and wanted to be left alone. Whatever the truth was, he was gone. Years passed, then one fall afternoon a pair of hunters were tracking a wounded buck along a ridge above the gully. They ducked under a rock overhang, and there it was. A skeleton. Huge. Long bones stretched out like a man who'd laid down and never got back up. And clinging to the skull, strands of red hair. Faded but unmistakable. Some folks said it was him, others said it was older, maybe even ancient, a giant from before the mountains had names. But the old men in Nicholas County, they just shake their heads and say, "Boys, that's him, that's Big Jim. He came out of the fog and he went back into it." And that's where the story ends, or maybe where it begins. Stories like this, they're stitched into the fabric of these mountains. Part truth, part legend, part warning. And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. The red-haired giant walked through Nicholas County like a storm. Sudden, powerful, unforgettable. And then he was gone. But the echo of him, it's still there if you listen close. I'm John Hart, and this has been Appalachian Stories. Thank you for sitting with me tonight. If this tale stirred something in you, please share it with a friend, like, and subscribe, so as not to miss any of these great stories, because there's always another story waiting in the dark. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and until next time, God bless you, and I'll see you on the next ridge.